If you're researching neighborhoods in Algonquin, Illinois, and you have come across the name Creekside Glens, you are probably wondering what makes it different from everything else in this town. And that is exactly what this video is going to answer.
We're Tamara and Ozzy, and we cover the Algonquin and Northwest suburban Chicago real estate market. In this video, we're going to walk you through Creekside Glens from the inside out, the homes, the location, the price positioning, who tends to love living here, and who might be better served by a different neighborhood. No hype, no pressure. Just clear, honest information so you can make a well-informed decision.
Whether you're thinking about buying here, selling here, or you just want to understand where this neighborhood fits in the broader Algonquin market, stay with us. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what Creekside Glens is all about and whether it belongs on your list.
Let's get into it.
Creekside Glens is located in the southern portion of Algonquin, positioned right along the Randall Road corridor. Now, if you know anything about this part of the northwest suburbs, you know that Randall Road is one of the most well-traveled and well-served commercial arterials in the entire region. We are talking about major retailers, grocery stores, restaurants, healthcare facilities, all of it within a very short drive of this neighborhood. But here's what is important to understand. Being near Randall Road does not mean living on it. Creekside Glens is a residential neighborhood. When you turn off that main road and into the subdivision, the noise and the traffic disappear. The streets are quiet. There is no cut-through traffic because there really is no reason for anyone to be here unless they live here. That's one of the things that makes this neighborhood feel the way it does. Settled, calm, and distinctly residential. Even though some of the best shopping and dining in the northwest suburbs is essentially right around the corner. The neighborhood is fully built out and has been for some time. All of the landscaping is established, the trees are mature. This is not a community that is still finding its identity. It already has one. In terms of who lives here, you will find a lot of long-term owners. Many of the people who bought in Creekside Glens in the early 2000s are still here. That kind of stability tends to create a certain character in a neighborhood. People know each other. There's a sense of community, and the streets reflect the care that long-term residents and homeowners typically put into their properties. If you're the kind of buyer who values a quiet, established feel with major convenience literally minutes away, the location here is genuinely hard to argue with.
Now let's talk about the homes themselves, because this is where Creekside Glens really starts to stand out. This neighborhood was built by Pulte Homes, one of the country's largest and most well-known national home builders, and it was completed around the early 2000s. What Pulte delivered here was a semi-custom product. These are not entry-level homes. These are not cookie-cutter starter houses. The floor plans range from approximately 2,600 square feet onto the lower end to over 3,300 square feet on the upper end. And the average home in the subdivision comes in at around 3,200 square feet above grade. When you factor in the basements, and full basements are standard here, many of these homes have total usable living space that easily exceeds 4,000 square feet once the lower level is finished. The homes are predominantly two-story with the traditional layout you would expect from a well-designed Pulte home of this era. A formal entry, often with a two-story foyer, and open main level with both formal and informal living spaces, and the bedrooms upstairs. 4 and 5 bedroom configurations are typical, with 3 to 4 bathrooms being the norm. You will also find attached garages, 2-car and 3-car options depending on the floor plan. Lot sizes average around 1/4 acre. That translates to real yard space, enough for a play set, a patio, some gardening, room for a dog without the maintenance burden of a much larger property. The lots are sized practically, not just symbolically. One thing that buyers tend to notice immediately when they walk through homes here is the scale of the rooms. These floor plans were designed for actual living. The rooms are generous, the ceilings are high. On the main level, there is a sense of space that is not always easy to find in this price range. At 89 total homes, this is also a very small subdivision by Algonquin standards. Many of the larger communities in town have several hundred homes or more. Creekside Glens has 89. That intimacy is something buyers either immediately appreciate or barely notice. But for the people it matters to, it matters a great deal.
Let's talk about where Creekside Glens sits in the Algonquin market from a pricing perspective. This neighborhood has historically ranked at or near the top of the Algonquin market on a per subdivision basis. In multiple tracked periods over the past several years, Creekside Glens carried the highest average sale price of any subdivision in the village. Today, homes here are generally pricing in a range from the mid-400s on the lower end to the low to mid-600s for updated, larger configurations. As with any established neighborhood, the specific condition, the level of updating, and the floor plan all factor into where an individual home lands within that range. To put that in context, the broader Algonquin market has a median home price of around $490,000 as of recent data. Creekside Glens tends to run above that median, which makes sense when you consider what you're getting. Larger homes, a recognized builder, an established location, and the relative scarcity of a small subdivision. Compare this to some of the newer construction options in the area, and you'll find that newer builds are often priced competitively or even higher, but they come with smaller lots, less established landscaping, and in some cases, a product that is being delivered at a higher volume. What Creekside Glens offers is a finished, mature community at a price point that reflects the quality of the product without asking you to pay a new construction premium. The buyers who are most active in this neighborhood tend to be dual-income families who have done their research, relocation buyers coming to the northwest suburbs with a clear set of criteria, and move-up buyers stepping out of smaller homes or townhomes who are ready for more space and more established environment. This is not an entry-level neighborhood, but for the buyer who is ready for it, the value proposition here is genuine.
Let me be direct about who tends to thrive in Creekside Glens, because this neighborhood is genuinely well suited for a specific type of buyer. First, growing families who want space, real space, without being in an enormous subdivision. If you have kids or you are planning on having them, the combination of 3,000 plus square feet, a full basement, a real yard, and a quiet street environment is a very livable package. Second, relocation buyers coming into the Northwest Chicago suburbs from out of state or out of the area. If you are relocating and doing research from a distance, Creekside Glens checks a lot of boxes very efficiently. The Pulte name is nationally recognized, the school district is established, the Randall Road corridor means you can meet your daily needs without needing to learn a complex geography. You can land here and function well from day one. Third, move-up buyers who are ready to take a step up in quality and scale. If you have been in a townhome, a 3-bedroom ranch, or a smaller 2-story and you are ready for the next level, this is the neighborhood where that transition makes sense. You get substantially more home, a recognized builder's construction standards, and a neighborhood that is finished and stable. And honestly, the smaller scale of the community appeals to buyers who have lived in large subdivisions and found them impersonal. There is a different quality to an 89 home neighborhood versus a 500 home neighborhood. If that distinction matters to you, you will feel it here.
I think think one of the most useful things a neighborhood tour can do is to be honest about the limitations, because no neighborhood is right for everyone. Here's where Creekside Glens may not be the right fit. If you're on an entry-level budget, this neighborhood is simply priced above where your search should start. There are good options in Algonquin at lower price points, and a qualified agent can help you find them. If you need Metro rail access and you don't want to drive to the station, this location, well, it's not going to serve you as well. Algonquin does not have a metro station within the village. The nearest stations are in the Crystal Lake or Cary, and getting there requires a car. If a walkable train commute is a non-negotiable, this is not your neighborhood. If you're looking for a large lot, something in the half-acre to full-acre range with significant privacy and separation from neighbors, a quarter-acre lot is not going to satisfy that requirement. If you want a 55-plus community with amenities designed for that lifestyle, like a clubhouse, a pool, organized programming, Creekside Glens is a traditional family neighborhood, and it does not offer that. There are purpose-built active adult communities in the Algonquin area that would be worth exploring instead. And finally, if you want to tour multiple active listings in the same neighborhood and comparison shop your way to a decision, you may find inventory here frustrating. With only 89 homes and a long 10-year ownership profile, the number of active listings at any given moment can be very low, sometimes zero. Buyers who are patient and prepared tend to do better in a neighborhood like this than buyers who need to move quickly through a series of showings. That kind of honesty is what will help you make the right call for this neighborhood or for a different one.
Let's cover the practical layer: schools, shopping, parks, and getting around. Because for most buyers, these factors carry as much weight as the home itself. And schools, Creekside Glens falls within Community Unit School District 300, which is one of the larger districts in Illinois, serving Algonquin and a number of surrounding communities across northern Kane and southeastern McHenry County. The high school serving this part of Algonquin is Harry D. Jacobs High School, located right in the village. We always recommend that buyers confirm specific elementary and middle school feeder assignments directly with the district before making a decision, as boundary lines can shift over time. But the district itself is well established and has a long track record in this community. On shopping and daily convenience, as we mentioned earlier, the Randall Road corridor here is genuinely exceptional. Algonquin Commons, a 600,000 square foot lifestyle and power center, is essentially right in this neighborhood's backyard. That center alone includes Trader Joe's, the Fresh Market, and a wide range of national retailers and restaurants. Beyond that, you have Target, Home Depot, Kohl's, Dick's Sporting Goods, Meijer, and more, all within a mile or two. For daily errands, this location is as efficient as it gets in the northwest suburbs. On outdoor access, Algonquin has real natural amenities. The Fox River Trail runs through and south of the village, connecting the riverside communities and nature preserves. The Old Town District along the river offers Town Park, a walkable riverfront, independent restaurants and shops, and a small town feel that is generally charming. The Exner Marsh Nature Preserve adds 220 acres of protected wetland habitat nearby. On commuting, I-90, the Jane Addams Tollway, is approximately 15 minutes south via Randall Road, giving you direct access to O'Hare and the broader Chicago Expressway system. For Metro riders, Crystal Lake and Cary stations are the closest options, each about 10 to 15 minutes by car.
If you're a current homeowner in Creekside Glens, or you're thinking about what your home might be worth down the road, there are a few things worth understanding about how this neighborhood tends to perform. First, the scarcity factor is real. When a home comes to market in an 89-home subdivision with a strong reputation and a consistent pricing history, buyers who have been waiting for inventory in this specific area pay attention. Limited supply in a high demand tier of the market tends to support pricing, and Creekside Glens has demonstrated that. Second, the location has only gotten better over time. The Randall Road corridor has matured and expanded significantly since these homes were built. What was good access in 2001 has become genuinely premier access today. The infrastructure, the retail, and the regional connectivity around this neighborhood have all improved in ways that continue to support value. Third, Pulte's semi-custom product ages with dignity when it is maintained. These homes were built at a quality level that has held up well relative to much of what was being built in the Chicago suburbs during the same period. Sellers who have invested in updates like kitchens, bathrooms, mechanical systems are rewarded for it here because buyers in this price range expect updated finishes and are prepared to pay for them. The most common reason sellers leave Creekside Glens is not that they are dissatisfied. It tends to be a life transition. The kids have grown, the family is moving to a different market, the house is more than they need at this stage. These are typical motivations in a long tenure neighborhood, and they are genuinely indicators of a healthy, stable community rather than a warning sign. For sellers, the message is straightforward. This is a neighborhood with a track record, a buyer profile that respects quality, and a location that continues to justify premium positioning in the Algonquin market. Creekside Glens is one of those neighborhoods that does not get talked about as much as it deserves to, simply because it is small and it does not turn over often. But when buyers find it and understand what it offers, it tends to land at or near the top of their list.
To summarize what we covered today, this is a Pulte-built semi-custom neighborhood of 89 homes in southern Algonquin, with homes averaging over 3,200 square feet above grade, full basements, generous lots, and a location that sits steps from one of the best retail corridors in the northwest suburbs. It prices above the Algonquin median, attracts long-term owners and serious buyers, and has a track record of consistent value.
Creekside Glens is best for growing families, relocation buyers, and move-up buyers who are ready for a finished, stable community with real space and real convenience. It's less suited for buyers on an entry-level budget, buyers who need walkable metro access, or buyers specifically looking for a 55-plus lifestyle community.
If you have questions about Creekside Glens, whether you are thinking about buying here, considering a sale, or just trying to figure out where it fits relative to your other options in Algonquin, we are happy to have that conversation with no pressure and no agenda.
The link to reach us is in the description below. There is also information there about how we work with both buyers and sellers in this market.
If this video was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more neighborhood level content across the northwest Chicago suburbs. We covered this market in depth, and there is a lot more to explore.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.